Hello everyone. So this time around for SPM writing, we are going to look at the the third section, which is article. And so let's get straight into it. Okay. So for article, what is the purpose of an article? First, you are writing an article to inform readers, to provide news, to advise, or to shed light, or to clarify something. Untuk memberitahu sesuatu. That is why you're writing article to give information about something. Alright, and you want to give more information. Okay, let's look at the format and tone of article. So minimum you should have 5 paragraph. Maksudnya you have an introduction, your pendahuluan, 3 isi, 3 body paragraphs and 1 conclusion. And the tone is formal. Okay, you're using a formal tone. Okay, formal tone. So you're not using any macam don't, I am. You takkan guna contractions and you're not going to use any slang terms. Okay, like gonna. Okay, ini semua you can't use, right? Or dialogues. Okay, you cannot use for an article. Okay, now let's look at an introduction. Okay, for introduction, an article you have 3 parts. Okay, you have the general statement, you have the background and context, and you have the thesis statement. Tiga benda ni. Okay, so with these three, you are able to write the introduction. Okay, let's start off. General statement, you can, the keyword is important, on the rise and common. Of course, you can use other words. Okay, and then you can give some background, like you give some examples or write some history about the matter. And finally, for the thesis statement, which is the ayat pernyataan. Okay, thesis statement is basically the main idea of your essay. You use the word therefore, or hence, or thus, or you can also use so. And then this article will discuss and what is the topic of the question. Okay, all right, so let's start off with the body. So this is, so you need these 3 things for your introduction. Okay, let's go to the body paragraph. For body paragraph, okay, the formula is PEET. So you have your point, you have your huraian, you have your contoh, and you have your ayat penegasan. So point, huraian, contoh, elaboration, example, and your tie up. So first you write down the main point that you are going to discuss. For your huraian, you give some, you use WH questions untuk dapatkan idea, untuk menjana idea. For your contoh, you can give some real world examples based on your knowledge and experience. For the tie up, you ikatkan balik, you tegaskan balik your entire paragraph by connecting to the main point. So go back to the main point. Okay, we will have a look at this later. I'll give you an example. For conclusion, you also need 3 things. You can start off by rewriting the thesis statement. So in conclusion, this essay discussed about, what is the topic? Okay, so contoh, the article is about factors of bullying. Okay, so in conclusion, this article discussed on the factors, and say maybe you also discuss about solutions and possible solutions of bully. Okay, all right. Right, something like this. Okay, and then you stay back, you restate your main points, and finally you mention why your ideas are important, or you give a call for action to solve the problem. So for example, your last sentence maybe is about bully. So all in all forces, okay, all forces should work hand in hand, work hand in hand, should work hand in hand to solve this problem. Okay, something like this. Okay, so this is the, you need to strengthen your idea. That's, so you, that means how serious you are. All right, your cohesive devices, this is basically penanda wacana. All right, penanda wacana. So there's 4 here: point, elaboration, example, tie up. Okay, right, this is all the penanda wacana that you need. I've given you more than enough. Okay, so you can start with firstly, or the first advantage is, or one of the disadvantages is, however is, tetapi, furthermore, and moreover. Okay, and then of course you can use all of these other penanda wacana. For elaboration, you can use this is because, or parallel with that. Also, this showcases that, ini menunjukkan, showcases is menunjukkan, highlights ini menekan, okay, menekankan kepada. Okay, um, example you can use, for example, for instance, to illustrate, to exemplify. So I've given you 4, you hanya akan guna 3 sahaja. Okay, and for tie up also I've given you 4, so therefore, hence, thus, you can use only 3, you only need 3. Okay, Okay, so now let's look at the question and let's try to answer this question. So this is one of the questions for SPM trials. So it's about esports. So first we read the question and try to understand what the question is asking us. So calling for articles, cyber magazine. Okay, cyber magazine. What is your favorite esport? So this is going to be your first point. Are you a lone or a team player? Your second point. Where do you see yourself in the future of esports? This is going to be your third point. Okay, and okay, so let's start writing our essay. Okay, so this is your first body. Your second body is this. There's a third body as we have discussed here on top, and then this is going to be a thesis statement. Okay, of course your thesis statement here is not going to be so. It's not going to look as nice as you want it if you're going to take from this, but it's still doable lah. Still nampak cantik lah. Okay. Okay, so let me show to you how you write this. So you got your body 1, body 2, body 3, and then your thesis statement pun dah ada dah. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so your introduction, first you bagi ayat umum. Okay, general statement is ayat umum. Okay, so the question is here. Okay, so nowadays, okay, baru-baru ni esports has become common among people of all layers in society. Semua lapisan masyarakat. So this is basically semua lapisan masyarakat. Okay, and then you bagi sedikit background. In recent years, okay, dalam baru-baru ni, the number of mobile games have increased exponentially. This is means mendadak lah, okay, has increased, menaik secara mendadak. In fact, it was recently reported that at least sekurang-kurangnya 7 out of 10 people today are part of the esports community. Okay, so this is giving some kind of background, okay, that esports sekarang ni sangat popular. And then your thesis statement, therefore this article will delve maksudnya go into, okay, so you can also use the word discuss, okay, will delve into esports. So if I don't want to use the word ultimate because then it'll be a bit like weird, so I just say esports. Sebab kenapa saya tulis esports saja, because you're talking about your favorite esports, you're talking about what kind of player you are, and you're talking about where is your future in esports. So it's more umum kepada esports daripada my ultimate esports. Kalau my ultimate esports saja, is you're only talking about this, kan, your favorite esports, but you're talking about 3 different things here. So you just biarkannya secara umum and you just write my esports. Okay, alright, let's go into the points now. Okay, for body 1, so to begin with, this is my penanda wacana. My favorite esports is Counter-Strike. And then saya bagi sedikit huraian apa itu Counter-Strike. Saya guna WH questions. Counter-Strike is a multiplayer first-person shooter game. Okay, so I memberi definisi. It was first released in 1990s. Okay, so yang ini saya memberi apa itu Counter-Strike. Sini saya memberi tahu bila ia launch. It is very popular among teenagers because it is very competitive and requires tactic. Dan ini saya tulis kenapa ia popular. Okay, so what, when and why saya guna kat sini. And then I give an example. For example, in order to win, you will need to work together with your teammates. Okay, so this is merujuk kepada kenapa ia popular. Therefore, it is undeniable. Ia tidak boleh dinafikan. Okay, ia tidak boleh dinafikan. Tidak boleh dinafikan. Okay, that Counter-Strike is my favorite esports. Ini salah. Because of the stated reasons. Okay, sebab ini yang telah dinyatakan. Okay, alright. So basically, this one you kaitkan balik kepada the main point. Alright, let's continue. Now for the second body. Moving on, penanda wacana. I believe I'm a team player as I prefer playing with my friends than alone. This is because I believe gaming is an opportunity for us to socialize with our friends. Okay, so this is why. So it can improve our communication skills. Again, this is an effect kepada why ni. Okay, effect kepada why. So that is my elaboration. Okay, so you also can write the effect or the impact. Okay. Okay, example. For example, I enjoy playing Counter-Strike with my friends because it strengthens our relationship. Okay. So I give an example. You can also here write, for example, I play Counter-Strike with my friends every weekend. Also, you can write something like this. So also you mengguna WH questions kat sini untuk membina examples kamu. and then the tie up. Hence, I would certainly say that I'm a team player instead of a lone player. Okay, tie up ni balik kepada ni, tambah penanda wacana ni, and tambah macam saya percaya, I would certainly, saya this one is saya pasti. Okay, so write these things lah. Okay, to menunjukkan, untuk tegaskan balik isi kamu. Okay, we go to body 3 now. So where do you see yourself in the future of esports? Okay, finally, I see myself as a game developer in the future of esports. This is largely because I enjoy being part of the esports community as I'm an avid gamer, suka main game. Okay, since I spend a lot of time playing games, I believe one day I will have a career in esports. For example, I have represented my district for Counter-Strike tournaments. Okay, ini memberi contoh, memberi contoh yang benar. Also, I'm developing my own first person shooter game. Maksudnya kat sini you tengah menghasilkan your own game. So ini you tegaskan balik. So I definitely see myself as a game developer in the future. Alright. Okay. That is the body 3. Okay. So again, you can see WH questions. Ini saya guna Y. Y. A lot of time playing games. I believe one day I'll have a career in esports. Okay. Alright. Conclusion. In conclusion, this article discussed about esports. Lepas tu, as it had been stated, seperti yang dinyatakan. This is basically dalam bahasa Melayu, seperti yang dinyatakan. Seperti yang dinyatakan, stated tu menyata lah. Okay, my favorite esports is Counter-Strike because I love playing together with my friends. Also, I believe I'll be a game developer in the future. I have a knack on ni maksudnya minat. As I have a knack on developing my own games. All in all, I believe esports is on the rise and more people will be involved in this industry in the foreseeable future. So future foreseeable, masa depan yang dijangka. Okay. Alright. So we have that is actually the end of the essay. Alright. So basically this is how you're going to write your essay. Again, we look back very quickly before I end the video. So for your introduction, you need 3 things: ayat umum, sedikit background, and your thesis statement. Thesis statement ambil daripada soalan. For your body paragraphs, you have your point, elaboration, example, and tie up. PEET. Okay, use this. Alright, elaboration. How do you get elaboration? Cara dapat elaboration bagaimana? Use WH questions. Okay, use WH questions. How to get your example? Think of your own experience. Think of your own experience. Okay. Alright, tie up, you just tengok balik you punya point and then you just tambah sedikit perkataan like so I believe, so I think, so I agree, macam tu. Okay. For your conclusion, you tulis balik you punya thesis statement and then nyatakan balik isi penting kamu, and finally tegaskan balik kenapa idea kamu penting. Okay, I think that's the end of the video. So I hope from this video you are able to understand how to write your article.